What's up, YouTube? Checking out the crew. As soon as I can get in here and turn the volume down, I will. Alright. Get this all turned down. I just wanted you to see the epic introduction. Yeah, so what's up, YouTube? This is Ryan with Rogue Ocean Gaming. I'm checking out the crew. I have been playing this for about 8 hours, and I have to say that I honestly think a lot of people who reviewed this game gave it a bad name, which I think is hurting it. But I'm here to say I love car games. I love, all the good car games that came out in the past few years. A huge fan of the Forzas. The driving simulators, that kind of thing. This game is not a driving simulator. I don't get where people are getting that idea. This is not a realistic game. This game involves driving across the United States. That's the map. You can drive anywhere. You can pick any one of these locations. You can drive there. So this map for this game is absolutely massive. You have no idea how big this map is if you've never seen this game. It's very impressive. Sure, it's not all filled in, and sure, it's not accurate, but who cares, really? I mean, there's some people complaining that, Detroit isn't where it's supposed to be, and up here, I live in Montana, which Montana's right here. You can see the kind of the face outline, and then there's like Salt Lake City right there, so I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If you're really that upset about the geographical realness of this game, then I can understand why you'd be upset. But I have been having a blast. So I'm going to jump into this. There is a fast travel, but you have to have been to that location before. So I'm going to fast travel here. I was in Las Vegas because I was driving around to the different cities and looking at the different cars you can buy from the car dealerships. So that was kind of fun. I found the car I want. It's an H1 Hummer. It's a lot of money.
How do you feel about starting a whole new chapter? What?
So I've already had that conversation with him. So the storyline in this game is not strong. You start off, your brother gets shot, and then you go to jail, and then it's basically you become an undercover snitch for the FBI to bust this car club called the 510s. And the whole thing with the gang is a little bit cheesy, but as a driving game, this game is absolutely a blast. No, the cars do not handle correctly. And sure, there's, they don't grip the road right and that kind of thing. But like I said, I don't really care. So I'm going to jump over here. This is a mechanic that I'm supposed to go meet. I am driving a Nissan 370Z. And I have it set for Pro Spec, which is like race car mode. You see the ridiculous spoiler on the back of the car. It'll go, I think this one goes up to 190. I think it's the fastest I've had it.
I've got a solid fix on that tuner.
So, and this game is online. I think you can play it offline, too. I haven't tried the offline mode to see if it's any different or runs any better. But every once in a while, you'll just run past a competitor's car or another guy in the game, which is kind of cool. You can challenge him to street races, or you can ask him to be part of your crew, which is the point of the name, is you're developing like a car club. Like Fast and Furious, what Vin Diesel had, or still has, through all 16 of those stupid movies. But what's crazy is I like this game, but I'm not a huge fan of the Fast and Furious movies after number 3. They just kind of start milking the franchise a little bit too much. I think, in my opinion. If you like them, I'm sorry. But anyways, so look at this. I mean, we have been driving for, 3-4 minutes. And the cities look good. The buildings look different. There's not a lot of detail. Some people were complaining like, oh, there's not realistic names of things. Well, you make the map as big as this is, and you try and come up with that many realistic things. So here's my mode. So this is a story mode, so I can't play this one on co-op. So this is a solo match. And they give you a little bit of a story before you do it. You see, there's my... Wait, that's not mine. There's a Maserati back there. Okay, so the only real gripe I have... That's a Bentley. The only real gripe I have with this game is I'm not a huge fan of the cars. I'm a huge car guy. I love cars a lot. And I honestly believe that the people who made this game did such a wonderful job and then put in some of the worst cars you could put in. They're a Mini Cooper should not be in this game. A Chevy pickup truck should not be in this game. I got the Dodge SRT10 was a cool pickup truck, but you try driving that thing off-road, it's not going to go off-road. I've driven one. They're just a drag race truck. So I don't know, some they got some staple cars. They got like for the first car you get, you're going to start off with like you can buy a Chevy Camaro, Dodge Challenger, a Ford Mustang, or a Nissan 370Z. I'm not a huge fan of American muscle cars these days. I'm sorry, I'm not anti-American. It's just I think the Europeans and the Asian market is much stronger. So I went with the 370Z. But you can buy cars like the Volkswagen GTI. They also have muscle cars, but once again, it is like they watched an old muscle car movie and said, with the most popular muscle cars, and said that's it. They don't really have any wow factor cars to me. So the only gripe I have with this game is the cars. Everything else I think they did right. So I'm not going to complain about the car physics. I'm not going to complain about, everyone's saying this, get hit by the truck and get launched in the air. I drive really recklessly. I've hit plenty of trucks. I've never been launched in the air. I've watched the videos. Maybe they patched it since then. Maybe they didn't. I'm not sure. But like I said, I haven't experienced the problem. When I play a game like this, a racing game, I'm not looking for a really rich story. So I guess the story would be another thing that kind of is negative about the game. But if you're going to complain about the story there, I mean, Forza didn't even have a story. So that should be a huge negative thing, I guess. I like Forza a lot too. When you play a game like this, you have to understand, if you're going to play a driving simulator, then critique the driving simulator. All-wheel drive cars should drive like all-wheel drive cars in a driving simulator. In a game like this, I'm not going to judge whether... Oops, I just wrecked my car. I'm not going to judge whether a Nissan 370Z should or should not be able to drift around a certain corner, or if it, that kind of thing. It doesn't... I don't care. It doesn't honestly bother me. In this particular game, because this is not a driving simulator. In a game like Forza, sure, I want my cars to drive right. That's why I buy Forza. That's why there's, 50,000 cars that I can drive that I would never get to drive in real life. I get to drive them in a video game, and I want them to drive right. This game is not about that. Get out of the way. So you'll see my car changed. There's a couple different specs, and after I complete this mission, if I complete this mission, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you some of the different specs of cars you can have. They do some pretty cool things with the cars. There's regular driving, which is, I think, what the car is set to now. Like the stock, the way it came from the factory. And then there's the dirt spec, which I apologize, might be off-road spec or something. I didn't pay attention that much to it. That's where they take like the 370Z and make it all-wheel drive and put monster truck tires on it. I'll show you guys that because that's one of my favorite parts of this game, is just that ridiculousness. So we drove to this. I'm not sure what's going on in the storyline because I was jabbering too much here. Cops are, as I read some comments, people were complaining the cops are too hard to get away from. The cops are not hard to get away from if you understand the engine of the game. If you just drive in a straight line as fast as you can, sure, the cops aren't going to necessarily get away from you, or you're not going to get away from the cops. So what you have to do is you have to drive around corners, you have to strategically plan, just like you were in a real car chase. But, once again, it's not a real police chase simulator, so, I mean, there are some bugs in it. And sure, if you just drive straight off into the woods, it's not going to help you out that much, because the cops will chase you through the woods.
510s have been trying to take over for years. A lot of guys have tried, and it didn't end well for them. That's all down to this guy, Cameron Rockport. He doesn't
Cameron
run
Rockport.
any gang,
Sounds like a
but
porn
make
star.
no mistake, he rules here, and he's got a lot of muscle trying to stay on his good side. Everyone who knows
And this is
Cam
one of the guys
is
that's in the
afraid of him.
510s.
You'll have
They
to
have
break
different
that fear.
classifications,
If
like
you
different
can
styles of being a
recruit
mob
members
boss.
to take over
When they
territory,
start
then
off, they're like a
just maybe
V2,
you
which
can
is,
figure out
if
a
you
way
look at
to
engine
bring
size,
Cam down.
and then they go to a
They don't
V4, a
own the
V6, and then the
South.
top of it is a V8. And the V8 is like the king guy. That's the guy who like shot your brother. So you're trying to get ranked up high enough to become a V8 so you can fight him, I guess. I'm not sure what the end goal is. The FBI agent that hired you is going to figure that out. So here's the workshop. Let me show you this. I think this is where you can... Well, here's like the This is the car parts, I guess. I wish there was like an auto upgrade. I think there is. The part's already installed. I'm not gonna show you guys the tuning. You can repair your car, which I think is kind of weird because it just auto repairs itself. So I haven't seen any long-term damage that comes from it. So the visual stuff, this isn't it. Okay, let me just do this. Let me jump out of my garage. So that thing you just saw me do, that racing, that was kind of like a checkpoint race. There are a bunch of different types of race. Wait.
I'll be in touch.
Am I going to race again? You can push B to skip these little cutscenes.
Hey, Alex. Alita wants you for something.
Should I head back?
No. She needs you on the streets and in your ride. Location's on your map.
Okay, so a bunch of different cities. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. Like I said, I like this game a lot, so I'm kind of showing it off. You start off up here in the Midwest, then you work your way out east to like New York. New York is, I think they did a pretty good job with New York. Then you come down to Miami. There's Las Vegas. It looks like Los Angeles, probably something over here. San Francisco shouldn't be that high north, but that's fine. Looks like Seattle's going to be a big part, and then maybe Salt Lake. So there's a lot. I've only discovered, according to this game, I've only done 5% of the overall game. So I want to jump into one of these races that's hang on, let me zoom in a little bit. Where is one of those ones where it's dirt spec? Is that one? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So you can go in and you can replay your missions. If you do a mission and you get like a bronze and you want to go back later and get a gold, when you beat the mission, depending on what like bronze, gold, or silver you get,
Alex,
then you get.
Lita, what's up?
we need to meet. Bring your new ride.
I didn't get a new ride. Was I supposed to get a new car? Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. This is a dirt spec car. I think I was supposed to get a new car and I missed it. So there's my car, all souped up for off-road rally racing. And you can do this with almost any car. There's some cars that don't have certain specs on them. I don't believe like the Lamborghini has a dirt spec. I don't know. I haven't had a Lambo yet, so. But yeah, you get a race around. This is a completely different section of the map, so you can see. I mean, you can plow through trees. Well, you can't plow through trees. You can plow through fences. If you hit cars head on, it's an instant death, but it brings you right back on the track. You just get a time penalty bonus. The A is your turbo, then X is your drift if you're playing with an Xbox controller. See, and the thing with the dirt spec races is you don't have to stay on the road necessarily in order to win. Like that one, I could have just went, instead of going around this road like I did, I could have just plowed right through the middle there. But I like this stuff. I mean, the cars handle great. There's cool stuff in the background, like that little tool over there on the right, that machine. I mean, they add a lot. The game is so big. It's hard. There's deer. You can hit deer and bears and shit like that in the road, but I haven't seen it actually affect the car at all. Maybe that's something that's coming. This game is not in early access anymore. This is a full release version of the game. So from my understanding is they're just doing the updates now. Things that people are complaining about. Oof. Oh, I think...
Alex, you better
Yeah.
hurry up before Harry leaves.
I jumped off the road a little too soon. I missed my checkpoint. So I failed that race. So let me jump in. I'll show you some more. We're just going to continue. Yeah, and it left it. So here's my 370Z in off-road mode. I think it's pretty cool. It's got meaty truck tires, the big stupid spoiler on the back that apparently in the new Fast and Furious serves as like a grappling hook. Snorkel, because 370Zs are only like 4 feet off the ground. So they need a snorkel in case they go in 18 inches of water. So let me jump in. I'm going to show you New York. Because who doesn't want to see New York? And I'm trying to remember what side of New York where the cool thing is. I think it's on this side. Central Park. Let's go here, just in case we got any followers that are in New York. You can judge this game if it's close to Central Park or not. Alright, so I believe Central Park is this way. Bombing in New York in one of these cars would be so much fun. I doubt it would be open like this, but... So, You know what? We've seen some off-road stuff, so I don't need to show you that. Let me show you the city. And I wish there was a way you could look up, because I like looking at tall buildings. I think it's really neat that we can build buildings that are 50-plus stories tall. I live in Montana, so there's none of that stuff up here. So when you ever get to see this kind of stuff, it's neat. And I like playing games like when you play a game, kind of getting yourself involved in it and being a part of it and that kind of thing. So I think it'd be cool to look up and see the city buildings. But that's, like I said, I'm not going to hate this game like everyone else for something ridiculous like that. Let me think. What else about this game? It is made by Ubisoft, so you do have to have Uplay in order to play it, which I hate that, but it's part of it. It doesn't slow anything down. I don't like the Uplay thing. It's annoying to me. I wish they'd just pump it through Steam. Where is that thing at? I'm looking for that part of New York that everyone knows, and I'm sorry I don't know the name of it. I think it... Oh, the cops are looking for me now. I'm looking for that part of New York that's always in the movies, like with all the TVs and crap like that. I think MTV is based like in there. Times Square, where's that? Is that on the map? Uptown. Harlem, you can go to the Bronx. There's a baseball team there, it looks like. I'm not familiar with professional sports, so I don't know who that is. Lower East Side, Brooklyn, Coney Island, Financial District? You think maybe it's in the Financial District? I don't know. I wish I knew New York better so I could show this off, but I don't. I know there's like 6 streets come into one. Oh, I don't like this because I know somebody is going to be yelling at their TV. You're going the wrong way. I think it may be down. No, I think it's right here. No. Where is it? Sorry, this is a really boring video, but I want to show this part off. Let's just go down there. Maybe it's in the Financial District. Maybe like Wall Street or something. I don't know. And I'm going to keep checking left and right. But I like this. I like how they did this city. I know, it's probably not accurate as to how New York is, but I think they did a good job with the cities, along with, I think they also did a good job with the mountain stuff. Okay, I think I'm close. There's some big, cool building. It's got to be down here somewhere. No, there's a bridge. I just don't know if it's near the bridge or not. Well, anyways, if you made it this far in the video, you know what the game looks like. And I'm gonna find it. I hope I find it. That's not it. That's not it. I bet there's people that are just like, you don't know where it's at, you're stupid. That's it's perfectly alright. I feel I'm close. It's like a taxi depot. Get out of the way, dude. Get out of the way. Doesn't look like I'm gonna find it. That is frustrating. Anyways, let me show you real quick before we log off. Let me show you Las Vegas. As everyone likes Vegas. You gotta have some pretty quick cars to be here in Vegas. None of these races are eligible for me yet. And you can drive. You could drive from New York to Las Vegas. It takes forever to do it, but you can do it. And the one thing I was curious about, see, like, there's the Luxor. I've been to Vegas. A lot of fun. I recommend if you go to Las Vegas to go with people who are wealthy because you get to have all the hangover experiences. So yeah, like there's the Luxor. I just don't know if any of these other hotels are like licensed. Like there's New York, New York. I don't know the name of that one. I think it... Wait, we got some stuff over here on the right. There's Paris? Get out of the way. See, I don't see any names on the hotels, so I don't think they're actually licensed. I think that's Caesar's Palace right there. The Grand Resort Hotel. I don't know if that's a real hotel or not. When I went to Las Vegas, We went to a place called the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club. And there's the Space Needle thing. Or the... Wait, it's not called the Space Needle. That's in Seattle. The Wynn Palace. Yeah, see, I don't think they licensed any real casinos in this game. What is that thing called? Sky Needle? I don't know the name of it. Anyways. Actually, I think it's called, like, Telestar or something. I don't know. I'm wanted in Vegas now. Let's drive over and see it. But I think it's pretty cool. They do kind of the Vegas-y. All the buildings are a little cheesy. So the cops are now after me, so I'll end with a good cop chase. So here's a cop up here. Let's juice him. Oh, there's Fremont Street. I actually was in a car rally. I think we lined up over there. Or maybe it was this one. We lined up somewhere. A bunch of cars. Like 60 cars. And we actually drove out of Las Vegas. It was pretty cool. That was neat. I got to see that. I didn't know that was in the game. So here, let me get away from these cops. Fremont Club. So there's some stuff in there. Now I'm in race car driver mode, where I slam into a lot of things to cleverly escape the cops. So right now, I am out of the cops' radar. You can see down in this thing. I made it bigger, but they caught up to me. The reason is I'm driving in a straight line. You cannot get away from cops driving in a straight line. There we go. So you got to be a little creative. So I know there's a guy over there on my right because of the radar. I wish that train would have got one of them. That would have been cool. All right. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, getting outside of Las Vegas, there's a lot of cool stuff with the crew. I think this game is a lot of fun. If anyone that subscribes to our channel plays the crew and you want to crew it up, then add me. We'll leave my gamer tag in the comments, and we'll make a video with the crew. Now, important thing, as you run over civilians, they're going to get me. Nope. Yep, they got me. So, as you run over civilians, more and more cops become angry at you, same as you slam into stuff. So I did a kind of a sloppy getaway. So, I've never actually been arrested outside of a real race. I didn't know you actually had to pay a real fine for that, or else I wouldn't have done that. But that's alright. So, let's end it with this. Slam it into a trailer. Oh, come on. This is one of my favorite parts about this game. It is an open world racing game. No, it's not perfect. Yeah, this is a perfectly flat piece of land. Probably not realistic. The game is the crew. We're with Rogue Ocean Gaming. I recommend this game. Do I think it's worth $60? To me, yes, it is worth $60. As a person who enjoys this type of thing. As a person who is a critiquer of car games, that wants them to be realistic, no, the game obviously is not going to be worth $60 to you. So the game is doing fairly well, except for some of the reviews are hurting it. So I foresee this game is going to drop in price. So if you guys like this, if you like this kind of thing, and you enjoy online racing in a big, huge open world, then get the crew, and then add me, and we will play. Because I find this game to be a blast. And I'm trying to find it. Is this it? Ah, darn it. I thought I was going to the Grand Canyon. Maybe it's over here. I keep saying we're going to end the video, and then I just find more stuff to do. Just give me just a second. Let's go take a look up here. Oh, man. So we're not in Grand Canyon region, I don't think. There's a cool blimp. Maybe he's leading me to it. Give it some turbo. I wonder if they even put Area 51 in this game. That would be pretty cool. There's some train tracks. The police are watching me. Where am I at on this map? Lake Mead. I don't think I'm anywhere near the Grand Canyon. I think the Grand Canyon's down here. Canyonlands. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think they're right there. Yeah, the Colorado River. Grand Canyon! How far away am I from it? I'm quite a ways, so I'm not going to do that. Guys, Ryan with Rogue Ocean Gaming, checking out the crew. My dirt spec modded 370Z is ready to go. If anyone wants to jump online and play with me, add me to Steam or Uplay, I guess. If you add me to Steam, we'll probably get hooked up better. I don't know what my Uplay account is. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and give the crew a chance. It's a fun game, and if you like this kind of thing, I expect you could partner up with me. Let's do some races. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful day and a happy upcoming New Year. Bye.